All chats.
Offline on Twitch. Oh, online.
Let's just give it a few minutes because.
Ooh, where am I echoing at? Found it. It's YouTube.
I'm going to give this new chat program a few minutes to catch up because I'm not sure if it actually works. Assassin, can you type something in one of the chats or somebody?
Yep. There's YouTube.
Type something to YouTube. Oh, there we go. I see it. Oh, wow, this works. Cool. Oh, and Twitch. Yeah, I see both. Okay, sick. Wow, this didn't work on my laptop, but it works on my new computer. Interesting. All right. Let's just get right into it. Welcome everyone to 4GwQPodcast episode 98. Wow. I love how I made this slide and I don't realize we're at episode 98. We're almost at 100. This is going to be a very special giveaway that we're going to be doing on Twitter. So check out our Twitter if you aren't already following us. Twitter.com/4GwQPodcast is our handle. You're going to want to check that because on episode 100, we're going to be giving away something very special live. So some big value item. So make sure you guys do that. Let me introduce the panel like I always do. I am Inferno 217. To my left or right or whatever you want to call it is ZBCI Assassin making his 98th straight appearance. What's up?
Yo, what is up, people?
Oh, he sounds so sexy with his new mic setup. He looks like a professional YouTuber.
Thanks.
You need to see that poster on the wall between your two doors. You're going to need to get like some sort of fancy poster there, you know?
Oh, I have planned out 3 posters. 2 of them on this wall and 1 right behind me.
Oh, good. Okay. Good. We have Taylor, aka Zebra Fries, aka Zebra Fries. I don't even know what you want to call him anymore. What's up?
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, okay, good. And right now it's displaying her Twitch handle. Definitely follow her on Twitch. She's starting her channel up again. Have you streamed anything?
Not yet. Last week I was building all the stuff for it.
Okay.
This week I'm at Reezy's house because I have to take him to work every day in the morning at 6 a.m.
Wow, that sucks.
So it's not fun.
Gotcha. Well, make sure you follow, and when Taylor goes live, you'll be able to get an email that says she goes live when she finally does. So definitely look out for that since she's starting it again on Twitch. We've got Italian Clowns rounding out the panel. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And we're going to talk about We Happy Few later in the episode, but definitely check out Clowns' We Happy Few review on his YouTube channel. He did a little review of the game preview edition on Xbox One, so definitely go check that out and leave a comment or like or let us know if you liked it for sure. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to the people watching on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys for coming in, checking out the show on a weekly basis. I know I see already some of our regulars. Thank you guys for coming by. But we got an exciting show tonight. We got some pretty cool topics to talk about. Not a ton of topics this week, but some ones that should take, should call for a very in-depth discussion. 3 of them for sure will. And the other 3, some people will say take it or leave it, but I think they're interesting, so we're throwing them in there. I know Assassin thinks one of them is interesting. Batman Telltale Assassin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little later. But first, let's talk about the biggest news of the week, I think. Even though it's not really news because people kind of expected it. Nintendo NX.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh, the pain. The pain.
So, let me just kind of introduce this topic a little bit. The NX, if you guys haven't seen it, you may be living under a rock, but on a lot of technology websites all over the internet, we've been seeing some stories about some quote-unquote leaks, because I don't want to really call it that. I'm not really sure if that's the appropriate name for what this stuff is. There were some discussions about some insider knowledge about, the NX and how it is a mobile console, kind of like everyone expected, kind of like was rumored at the beginning. Um, it has like a docking station that'll connect to your TV. Detachable controllers, perhaps from the sides, as we're showing right now in our video version of the podcast. There was a mock-up on Eurogamer.net. If you want to go check out Eurogamer.net, they have a very in-depth article about all of the new stuff that has kind of been talked about with this Nintendo NX stuff. Also, cartridges instead of CDs or Blu-rays, because it is mobile. And continuing that mobile trend, there is a mobile processor in it, an NVIDIA Tegra X1 processor that is in very highly powered tablets and even some like streaming boxes, stream gaming boxes, like the NVIDIA Shield, for instance. Um,
The
so
Microsoft Surface RT.
no, not in the RT. Is that the X1 or the K1?
It was that one that I sent you a picture from Walmart that time.
Really?
Yep.
All right, let's get some opinions here. What do you guys like about this? What do you dislike? What do you think, generally speaking? Any thoughts, of course, are welcome. Who wants to start on this?
I think Nintendo's shooting themselves in the foot because they have these stupid gimmicks. This mobile crap is going to be their little gimmick thing, and it's gonna be bad. I mean, they got the Wii with the motion crap, got the tablet crap on the Wii U. I mean, this is going to be what's going to kill them.
All right, thoughts on that? Anyone? Is this going to actually kill them, or is this like a? See, to me, I'm not necessarily sure that they're dead because this is like a niche market. This kind of melds like the 3DS market and the home console market, but just has all that power of the more powerful mobile devices, kind of like thrown in, and now it's Nintendo, so brings some relevance, if you will, to the mobile space, mobile gaming. A lot of people say, "Oh, mobile games suck. I'm not gonna play Clash of Clans as a hardcore gamer. Like, I want to play, some good shit." And so like the new Zelda game, like everyone loved that, the Wii U version of that was at E3, and now gonna be able to play that on the go and then dock it and play it on your system, on your TV, and on your stereo and stuff like that. So, you guys think it's dead because of this, or
DOA. DOA.
really?
Yeah, you know what's really going to matter here is the price point. And are they going to do it around Christmas time so all the little kids can like get super excited and be like, "Oh wow, look, mommy, what I got!" From Santa Claus. That's what's really going to matter. But at the end of the day, the average casual gamer and the hardcore gamer is not going to buy it. It's going to be the families and the kids, and it's going to be gimmicky. Nintendo's too far ahead of their time. They think way too far ahead, and they make their stuff way too bulky. I think that's the problem.
Taylor, thoughts? Is this dead? Is it gonna be too bulky? Is it gonna be obsolete right out of the door? What do you think?
No, because Nintendo is. I don't know why everyone always says Nintendo is dead. It's not. It's the family gaming system, pretty much. That is their. That is what they do. They do family gaming stuff. This is perfect for younger kids and for families to play with. And if parents want to keep their kids occupied while they're on the road, they don't want to give them like their iPad or something. They can just say, "Hey, take this, play your game on this. Don't drain my battery on my iPad. Don't drain my battery on my phone."
Hmm. It's an interesting thought. I think the market is there, like you're saying, Taylor. I think the market is that one. And to me, like, if I kind of feel like everyone is expecting Nintendo to get back into the hardcore console space, like they were before. But now, like even with this leak and stuff, it proves that they kind of don't want to. And I think they have their market and they're content with it almost. While everyone else is saying, "Oh, you're screwing it up, you're screwing it up." Maybe they're not. Maybe this is what they want to go for.
Yeah, but there's a big problem here. The Wii U generation has already grown up. The Wii generation has grown up. Both generations have grown up. The 3DS generation has grown up. Like my daughter, she doesn't even play her 3DS anymore. She's like, "Oh, Dad, can I hop on like Call of Duty?" She's 14. She started with the 3DS when she was like 8 or 9. So
Mhm.
I mean that generation's gone for Nintendo. They got to capture a whole new audience.
Well, my sister, who is she's like 23 or 24, she still plays her 3DS.
Yeah, and that part of the market's very small though. That's like the nostalgia part of the market. That's not as big as the casual market.
But still, their aim is still towards family. It's not for the hardcore
It's
gamers, it's not the casual gamers, it's family oriented.
it's like, for example, I understand what you're saying, Taylor, and I don't disagree with you to an extent, but it's like me loving Pac-Man. You know, I'm always going to buy Pac-Man, but the rest of the world isn't.
Agreed.
Well, my thing I think to me it depends on the price. Like, you know, if this has the price that parents are going to be like, hey, what the hell? Let's just grab one of these things. It's $200, and and it comes with you. Okay, let's get it for our kids, and maybe we'll enjoy it every once in a while. I think that it'll be a huge hit.
I think we're
And
looking at 300 or more.
That's what I'm worried about, because the tablets that have this stuff, like the Tegra enabled tablets, are like one of the most expensive on the market. How much is the Nvidia Shield? I'm gonna look that up right now, because that's one of the ones that's not
I
a
think
tablet, but it has it in it.
I think that's a little overpriced though, because it's got the name Nvidia behind it.
Oh, see, so that's $200. Nvidia Shield 16 gigabyte. That one's $200. So I think realistically speaking, well, then you got to add the price and convenience of portability and all
The
that
and
jazz.
the
So
and I mean the fact that Nintendo's going to make it so I can like go over your house or Assassin's house and just dock it,
mhm,
with your station. So I mean, there's gonna be a little bit more expense to that too.
right.
And if they have 16 gigabyte out the gate, it's dead. It's gotta have more than that.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. They have to it has to have onboard storage and micro SD support or SD card support or something like that. Because I'm with you on that. It's dead out the door if it only has 16. Um, but yeah, like part of me says, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, you know what, Nintendo is dead, but is it? I mean, it's keeping afloat with the 3DS. Just because the console market it's not doing well doesn't mean that Nintendo is, dying as a brand. I mean, look, Pokemon Go came out and the stock shot up. I know they shot back down, but it only takes one, catchy good thing for Nintendo to, crawl back up above the PlayStations of the world, right? Because with the Pokemon Go release, Nintendo jumped up with shareholders above what PlayStation was valued at. So, it's Sony
Like
rather.
if they bundle this release with like a Super Mario World with a retro throwback Super Mario World, like two of them, I'll buy it.
Hmm.
If they do like a Pokemon one, guys like Cody will buy it. You know what I mean? So they just got to do it right.
Right.
But they're on shaky ground.
And I think that's essentially the problem, because if they were the juggernaut that they have been since the NES days and continue to release juggernaut stuff, and then they came out with like a iterative console like this, because like the Scorpio and the Neo, like those aren't new consoles. Those aren't a new generation of consoles. Yes, do they have more power? But it's the same ecosystem, same games. It's not going to be a new console generation. But this, Nintendo is kind of like playing it off as it is. Um, I think that's kind of like the problem. It's like towing the line between, is this, supposed to be the next greatest thing that, captures everyone? Or is it, well, like what Taylor says, and it's got the family market, it's got the kid market locked down, it's got, their first party lovers knocked down. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. The thing I don't like about it, though, to be honest with you, even though the nostalgia is awesome, is the cartridge thing. Hate that. I
See,
hate it.
that's the one thing that makes me want to buy it. Like
Really.
the reason for this is because I remember going on those long car rides and I had like the Game Boy and I could pull out the Game Boy cartridges and they look like mock-ups of mini super or mini Nintendo cartridges. So like I love that kind of plastic feel and rub my hand across the Nintendo logo over and over and shining it and sticking it in. You know what I mean? So like if they do that, I'll buy it just for that.
Hmm. and J1976 J Street in the chat says, think Nintendo, you think he thinks Taylor is right. It's for families, and Nintendo may have just decided, at this point with a third party lack of support and stuff, they're not going to catch up. They're probably not going to catch up to the Microsofts and the Sonys in the console space. Let's just go this like third route. You got your mobile over here, you got your console over here. Let's go like this third route and toe the middle and try to capture an audience, that thinks this is cool technology. And if executed way better than the stupid tablet that came with the Wii U, it could be cool. So, Sobsky117 in the chat says cartridges can hold more than a CD. Is that right? Well, the cartridge is going to be based off flash memory anyway. It's going to be like a thumb drive almost, It's not going to be like the cartridges of old where it had like the full board in it and all that crap, right? Clowns? I mean, I couldn't see that happening.
Nintendo is always unpredictable, man. Like,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they had cartridges like we have displayed here? Obviously, this is a fake mock-up. I got this off Eurogamer. But this Nintendo NX Game Boy looking cart that has the board in it and all the pins and all that stuff exposed on the bottom. Like, no way. I don't see that. So, anyway, any more talk about... Oh, actually, before we get off this NX thing, I do want to bring up the slide that I grabbed from NVIDIA's website that has the Tegra X1 specs. And if you look at the X1 specs, like it's a mobile processor, but it can hold its own, it looks like. The display, it says, 4K by 2K at 60 hertz, 1080p at 120 hertz. And for those who don't know, hertz, is like frames per second, essentially. It has, it can support HDMI 2.0 at 60 hertz, at 60 FPS for 4K content. It has 4 GPU and 4 CPU cores. It supports DirectX 12, supports OpenGL, NVIDIA CUDA. It has, all this stuff that we expect from GPUs to support. Everyone talks about, DirectX 12 and Xbox One is going to be the next coming of Christ. And this thing supports DirectX 12. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that we're going to be getting good looking stuff on this thing. It's just, is the resolution going to be there with, the Scorpios and the Neos? And I don't think it is. Especially with a mobile chip, like no way.
I don't even think it needs to compete with Scorpio and Neo at this point. What I think is that Nintendo always talks a big game. Are they going to be able to deliver? Like, they couldn't even get the Zelda out on time. Right. So it could just be big game talk from them.
Right. All right, we're getting a lot of messages in the chat about North Korea declaring war on the U.S. I don't want to get into that in a gaming podcast, but I think that's pretty interesting if that's actually more than just a veiled threat.
Well, no, I looked at it real quick just to debunk that. That's just a clickbait title.
Yeah.
Basically, the U.S. Did something that North Korea is not happy about, and North Korea wants to talk to the U.S. about it, but it hasn't gone further than that.
Right. All right, well, back to this NX thing. So, wow. Nintendo kind of is close to North Korea, but not really.
Sorry, Mario. You're going down the tubes.
I'm sorry, buddy. We're going to war. No, just kidding. Obviously, Japan and North Korea are certainly two different places. But anyway, so what do you guys think of the power here? Like, is this going to actually live up to what these specs suggest that they're going to do, or are you like me that kind of doesn't believe a mobile thing can get this kind of power?
Time will tell, I guess. I
mean, I have a pretty nice tablet. I have a Galaxy Tab S2, probably one of the better Android tablets on the market for sure. And the graphics on that thing are nowhere close to even an Xbox One. So I don't see how they're saying, okay, it's going to do 4K at 60 hertz. But maybe 4K at 60 hertz just for like movies, like the Xbox One S is going to do. True 4K. Obviously, 4K stuff, gaming isn't going to happen on the Xbox One S, but 4K videos, but I don't know. Anyone else have anything to say about the power of this thing? Or does it not even matter? I feel like everyone's like, oh.
I don't think it really matters. But
Mm.
the question is third-party support going to be on this or not?
Huge. That's huge. And I think GameSpot was running with an article that was kind of like, oh well, third parties are loving what they're doing. They're on board essentially. Of course, I don't think any third party company was actually disclosed saying that, but I think GameSpot was kind of running with an article saying, okay, well, these people have obviously already seen the hardware. They've seen what it can do. Will they be, will they be in finally on a console by Nintendo instead of, staying out of it? But
It's possible it could be just another Wii. Everyone wanted it, and then a year later, it was no one wanted it.
right. Yep. Anything else on this NX goodness? What do you guys think of the detachable controller thing? It's modular, like snapping onto the sides. It's like you're making a friggin'. If you guys are Power Rangers fans, it's like making the Megatron, Megazord, or whatever it is.
I
All
see
these things coming together.
a lot of kids throwing it out the car window.
Can you imagine,
Yeah.
like, the two controller sides disconnect, kind of like what we had in our first slide here? And, like, a kid's, like, playing around with it and throws it out the window, and what are they going to do? They're going to sell replacement sides? Like, ooh, here's your right side. Please pay us $40 for your right side back. Like, come on. Jesus, man. But yeah, people in the chat seem like you guys are kind of interested in it, but weary like we are. Kind of worried almost. I'm telling you, like, I'm not necessarily in the market for something down the middle. I have my 3DS. I play that every so often, not too much anymore. I have my tablet already, and I have, my Xbox One, my PlayStation, my PC. So I don't know if I'm in the market really for this, but if I can get what I saw in the Wii U, Zelda, and I can get that portable, then I mean maybe that's gonna change for me. But because what was on the Wii U at the E3 for Zelda was actually was visually impressive. I'm not gonna lie. People talk down about the Wii U, but it was visually impressive. Let me see. She-Wolf in the chat says, I don't find the NX really relevant at this time to the hardcore gamer, only because they still don't have the live feature and to keep going too much handheld, which brought the Wii U down. Yeah, so we kind of talked about that. I think maybe before you popped in, She-Wolf, that if they kind of go with that form factor again, and it's as bad as the first implementation was on the Wii U, then it's just gonna bomb. Like even if you can take it with you and it's still looks like that, feels like that, I think it's gonna bomb. Anything else about this?
No.
Yeah. All right. So NX, we are done with that shiznat. I think the power thing is interesting, though. To be honest with you, I really want to see what that means. I want them to have an event already. March 15th is right around the corner. It's July of 2016. It's less than 10 months away. Less than 10 months. Yep. Right? Way less than that. What is it? It's like 8 months away. Like it's time to show something. The hardware, don't even show it running, just show the hardware.
Show the next Super Mario game or Mario Kart and I'll be happy.
Right, show something simple, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Show something we know is already coming. Like we know the Zelda's coming. We know a Mario game's coming. You don't have to, show off a new IP or anything like that, or Splatoon 2. We don't even show something like that. Just show something.
Greg Hastings paintball, something like that.
Greg Hastings paintball. Wow, that is a throwback. All right, next topic. Xbox One S bundles, people. Right? So last week, I think we talked about, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago at this point, that the announcement of the Xbox One S release date, August 2nd, that's this upcoming Tuesday, people, for the Xbox One S 2 terabyte version. And it's $399.99, so $400 for the 2 terabyte version of the Xbox One S in white. And we talked about the Gears of War 4 bundle that comes with the Gears of War 4 custom Xbox, the custom controller, and 2 terabytes. And it comes with Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition, and it's $449.99. And now, I think Larry Herb was the first one to announce this on his blog, I think, or maybe it was on news.xbox.com first. I don't know where it was first, but I saw it first on Larry Herb's blog, Major Nelson. These two bundles, right? So we got the 1 terabyte Madden 17 bundle. It comes with Madden 17, a 1 terabyte Xbox One S. It comes out on August 23rd, and it's $349.99. So you're essentially getting for free, right? The game for free.
Yep.
It also comes with 1 month of EA Access, I believe, and some Madden Ultimate Team stuff. Whoop-de-doo. The Ultimate Team stuff, like, come on. They throw that in, they think that's a huge value add, but it's really not. Then you've got your Xbox One S 500 gigabyte bundle, also out August 23rd, and it comes with 5 games technically, 2 games, 2 titles, but 5 games. It comes with the Halo Master Chief Collection, which includes Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it includes Halo 5, which is easily one of the best shooters of this generation, if not the best shooter. And it is definitely the most supported with DLC on this console. Very, very little competition in that regard. And that one's 500 gig model, and that one's only $299.99. So you're getting all 5 of those games for free. The question really is the 2 terabyte model next week a tough sell now? Or are there people that are still going to buy it because it's coming first, or because it has the 2 terabytes?
Yes.
Yeah.
There were 3 options there. There was, is it a tough sell? Are people going to get it for the 2 terabytes, or are people going to get it because it's coming earlier?
I
And
was
the
answering
response
the
was
last question.
yes.
I was answering the last question, to be fair. People are still going to buy the 2 terabyte because they're impatient. And they're still going to buy the 2 terabyte because they want more storage space.
I'm with you on that. We'll talk about like the trade-in deals going on and all that stuff in a minute, but I think, not even looking at trade-in deals, people are impatient. People want to be the first ones. People want to say, oh, I have it 3 weeks before you. We've seen it with games, like Forza Ultimate Edition. We've seen it with Gears 4 Ultimate Edition. People are willing to spend the cash to play this stuff first. 4 days even, like with the Forza Horizon 3, sorry, the highest version, the $100 version, you will be able to play 4 days early, and people are calling that a value add. 4 days early. And people are, what was another game that did that? Another game did that recently, right? Assassin, help me out here.
Recently, Battlefield 1 has early access,
But that's only $10 more, right? Or $20 more.
20, and then Gears, and then Forza 6 did last year.
Forza 6, okay. So there you go. There's another game that did it. So, people are willing to pay the extra money to have these things first. So I think that's what the case is here. I don't know about the 2 terabyte thing. Like, it supports external hard drives. So to me, having that more storage isn't really too much of a value add. But 3 weeks early, and me being able to, unbox it on YouTube and, say I have it,
Well, you can't even do the unboxing now because iJustine did it first with Aaron Greenberg. So that you can't. Nobody can compete with that.
Yeah, you can. You can wear the Angry Bird mask.
Oh, the Angry Bird mask.
Yeah.
Yes, from the Halloween episode.
You got a point. You got a point.
But people have different takes on doing unboxings, and some people do unboxing plus review, and people do it very creatively. So I'm not saying, because somebody else did it that they can't do it and be successful with it, because some of these YouTube videos make a ton of money on ad revenue. But is that essentially what it is? Is that why people are going to do it? Because why wouldn't you get one of these that comes with a game for free 3 weeks later? I just don't get it.
Because CD Keys sells those games really cheap.
That's what we're gonna say.
I was
Same
gonna.
thing.
Oh well, I think Halo should be with the 2 terabyte because I mean the Halo 5 is like 100 gigs. Halo Master Chief's almost 100 gigs. I mean that's like a lot of your hard drive gone with your 500 gigs. So they should have changed that up.
So you think they should have offered those games the 2 terabyte version?
Yeah,
Interesting.
or the 1
The
terabyte.
1 terabyte and given the Madden with the 500 gig.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know the strategy behind that. Obviously, no one's going to disclose that kind of information, but I'd love to be a fly on the wall during that conversation to find out what the strategy was between offering, the 5 games technically with the 500 gig version and the 1 game with the 1 terabyte.
Hey, here's the problem. It was a bad idea. It's a terrible idea to release Halo with this. And I'll tell you why. Because they did it with the last one, with the Xbox One. So why are they going to redo it with the Slim? Honestly, I love Microsoft, but it makes it look like Microsoft has nothing to offer. They're just rehashing the game with a new bundle. Terrible idea. They shouldn't do it.
Well,
Well,
also, oh,
oh,
sorry.
no, good. No, good, Assassin.
You
Sorry.
also have to think a lot of people that don't have an Xbox One that like Halo. This is perfect for them.
Like, oh man, what's his name? Like R00M, right? Was that the guy that liked Halo and was a PlayStation fan that was one of your friends?
Yeah,
Right? And he bought an Xbox One for Halo 5, right? Or Halo
yep. He
MCC.
bought the Halo 5 console.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing: how many are they going to produce versus how much of that's in demand? Nobody's
Well-
thinking about that. You got to think about that. Like one guy wanting it doesn't count for 100 million people.
No,
Well-
but it just proves that there are people out there that actually do that kind of thing, that buy an Xbox just for Halo, that are like, okay, well, I'm getting 5 Halo games now. I'm a Halo fan, but I'm more of a PC gamer, and now I'm gonna jump over because this is a good value kind of deal.
But don't you think a lot of the Halo fans would have done that when the Xbox One first launched?
Right, and that's the problem, or even the Xbox One bundle that Assassin was just talking about with the Halo 5. That's what I think essentially is the problem with offering these 5 games again with the console, is that people, that market that we're talking about, may have already potentially done this. And now what? They're going to trade in their console and get like nothing for it, because we'll talk about the trade-in deal in a minute for GameStop, but it doesn't, as of right now, it doesn't count towards the 500 gig model. It only counts toward the 2 terabyte one.
Yeah.
So
They should have added. I think they have it going on now, but pick your own game bundle.
yes,
Have like a list.
right. And I understand, Halo's a first party. It's easier for them to throw it in. It's not, they don't have to do any licensing with games like The Division, which flopped. So, I mean, not really. That's not really an appealing one. Or like Rainbow Six Siege, or like, Call of Duty, which they can't do because PlayStation has the rights, or Battlefield 1. That would be a really cool bundle to have a Battlefield 1
Well,
bundle with a 500 gig model.
We might still see a Battlefield bundle. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
time for
Getting
that.
closer
Yeah.
to release.
Yeah, I mean that is true. EA is really good with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me scroll up because I saw something in the chat that I haven't addressed, but I want to. Gold Lion X23 in the YouTube chat says, getting the 2 terabyte, have an external, and that is nearly full on 400 gigs left. A 500 is not going to cut it. Have the 1 terabyte fat Xbox. 2 terabyte is a better fit. So yeah, there are people that aren't buying huge externals that still want more internal storage. And keep in mind, these things are extremely portable. These these Xbox One S's, no power brick anymore, 40% smaller. So people do want a lot of internal storage, so that they just bring that. They can bring all their games just on that. They don't want to have to, plug their hard drive if they've got one that needs external power or whatnot. They don't want to have to bring all that crap.
Exactly.
But
Like with me playing at Reese's house all the time. Like I'm always here on the weekends and stuff, and I'll be playing my Xbox then. But that is a huge thing that I have to carry back and forth between my house to work back to his house.
definitely.
So if I just got like the 1 terabyte or the 2 terabyte version, just left it here, don't have to have another external hard drive to plug stuff into, it'd be perfect for me.
Good point. Yeah, excellent. It's, yeah, and for people, yeah. So like I have a summer place. That's about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes from where I live. It's in New Hampshire, and I go there, and if I wanted to leave one of these things here instead of bringing my external back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I can just have all my shit already installed in this thing and call it a day. So I mean, I think there is a market for the 2 terabyte thing, but now I think having a 1 terabyte with Madden for, not everyone's a Madden fan, I understand, but having a free game that's a brand new title coming with the console on a 1 terabyte, I think the 2 terabytes just a little bit harder to sell, but at the same time, I think there is a market for the 2 terabyte for sure.
Well, I think the 2 terabytes going to do well by itself without any games. I think it's going to do fantastic because every hardcore Xbox fan is going to go out and want one, because
Yeah,
it's new. It's like a day one slim. It's really cool.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you on that, Clowns. I definitely 100% agree with you on that because before they announced these bundles, I was going to get one on Tuesday.
Yep.
Like, I was going to get a white one because I'm one of the few people that doesn't really love the Gears 4 design. Like, I like it, but I don't love it. So I love white electronics. So I was going to get the 2 terabyte one next week. Unbox it, enjoy it and everything. And yeah, I'm one of those people that sometimes likes things before others. So like not all the time, but with technology, I kind of like to get things right away. So um,
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that, from what we heard on Twitter, GameStop is doing a fantastic deal, like on a trade-in for those 2 terabytes. I mean,
It's
that's
only
not a
one day,
bit,
though.
but still, I mean, that's not a bad deal. Even if it's one day, if you really want it, you're gonna do it.
Oh, yeah.
so let's clarify that. So Assassin, you want to explain that real quick since you
GameStop is having a pro member day or whatever. They're gonna have a bunch of deals for the pro members, which is like 40 something dollars a year. Is
like
it
$15?
15?
Yeah,
Then why did they sell me some 40 years ago? Whatever,
no,
15. My bad, my bad. But your console for Xbox One towards the 2 terabyte S will be $200. You'll get better trade-in deals for other things, better deals on other games.
right. So J Street says in the YouTube chat, if GameStop does that trade for 200, I might do it. They are doing it. That's a confirmed thing. 100% confirmed. $200, just like Assassin described. One day, it's Saturday only. You have to be a pro member, and it's $200 for your Xbox One. So you get half off the Xbox One S. Um, so is that going to compel people to buy Xbox One S's 2 terabytes? Like,
It might, because I mean, if you're going to buy the 500 gig, that's 300, and you're basically getting it for $100 less, and you're getting.
no, but it doesn't work towards the 500 as of we
I
right
know, but
now.
I'm saying you're getting the 2 terabyte one cheaper than the 500, basically.
I understand. Okay, so if you
So,
already have the Halo games, those codes are going to be
I mean,
going
you
for
could
cheap.
sell them or give them to a friend, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a better deal, I think. Dude.
I'm with you on that because I already have Halo. But if you don't already have Halo, it's hard to argue the 500 gigabyte one is not the best value. You know what I mean? Like you're getting the best multiplayer game of this generation, arguably. I mean,
Well,
people have their
Battlefield
tastes.
4.
Yeah, but then you have to pay the premium cost, to get all this stuff. Like if Battlefield 4, if all the maps came free, I'd be like, okay, well, there's an argument to be had
Well,
there. But
then that's why you go buy EA Access for a
Yeah,
month or a year. You
oh,
get
Jesus, man.
premium for both of the Battlefield games, a shit ton of other games. You get early access to Battlefield 1, Madden,
Yes,
Titanfall.
yes.
And if
I,
you already plan on grabbing those games, it pays for themselves.
I
And
hear the argument. I hear you. Um, but then again, when EA Access came out, those games weren't in the vault with premium. So
you know,
yeah, but I mean, right now, if you're looking at these bundles, you got to keep that in mind. You
yeah,
got
no, that's
I
for
mean,
sure.
think about all this. Like, I think the Halo idea is bad. I don't think the Halo one's gonna sell. I think the console itself's gonna sell, but I don't think Halo's gonna help it at all.
Hmm. See, I don't know if I think Halo's going to help it, but not to the extent that people think it is. Like people
Well,
are. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
But the reason why I'm looking at it like that is because you can get Halo 5 digital code for like less than $30, and you can get Halo Master Chief Collection for like $7.99 digitally.
Right.
So I mean,
So for under $40, you're in on both of those games on your 2 terabyte console that you're going to be getting August 2nd versus August 23rd.
yeah.
And you're going to have actually like good room for other stuff instead of being crippled, because we all know Assassin, says that MCC is 100 and Halo 5 is 100, and the 500 gig console only has
300.
like 350 or 60, maybe not even that much of usable space. So you're already very crippled if you don't have an external. So
I really think it would have been smarter of them at this point in time to do like a backwards compatible Gears bundle with Gears Ultimate. I think that would have sold more than the Halo version. I'm calling that now. Like that's my prediction.
all right. I mean, I'm probably with you on that. I'm not of the opinion that the Halo thing is going to be as big as people think it is. I think it's going to be big, but it's not going to be a huge thing. I don't think it's going to, I don't think people are going to opt for a 500 gig version over the 1 terabyte version, or even over the 2 terabyte version. I think it's going to push more 500 gig consoles than it would have if it was just the 500 gig for sure. But like a lot of Xbox fans already have it, and the new people might have already bought the Xbox bundle when it was first around with the Xbox with Halo 5. So
And the other thing I wanted to ask you is I didn't look at these slim bundles, but is there any special design on the Halo Slim bundle?
nope, it's just white.
So if you go back to the Xbox One bundle, that had special designs, wasn't like blue, like some type of blue,
Was it? I don't think it was.
or am I thinking of the
That's
Forza?
the Forza bundle,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the Forza.
Yeah.
I thought there was a Halo one that had like a custom console a little bit,
Yeah, I think that one did have one.
But did it?
maybe
I don't
like
know. I thought it
gray
was
or
like
something.
white. I don't know. Let me get to the chat real quick. I just want to throw out some of these comments. Gold Lion X23 in the YouTube chat says Halo consoles there to help Xbox 360 holdouts come over. Okay, I'm with you on that. But how many of those are left? Like I don't think there are a lot of those left. But yeah, that's definitely gonna work. I'm with you on that. That's definitely gonna get people to come over. And then people are asking where the details are on the GameStop thing. I don't think the details are quote unquote public, but it's been confirmed by a lot of people.
I got an email today on it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got an
did
email
you get an
too.
email? Okay, so
Yeah.
the people with GameStop accounts and the shop at GameStop are getting the emails. Yeah, it's not up on their site, but I mean it's a thing. It's definitely a thing, so don't worry. She-Wolf says they should have done EA Access year membership with the 500 gig
Yes.
bundle.
Yeah.
Agreed, 100%. That would have sold numbers right there. That's an ingenious idea.
With you on that. Anything else about these bundles? Taylor, which one are you gonna get now?
If I get one, I'll probably end up getting just a regular 1 terabyte.
Gotcha. You get the Madden one, you can sell it though. You can sell that digital code. Make
That's
some
true.
moolah back. Well, who knows? These are limited. I mean, they do say limited. I don't know what limited exactly means is, because you can get limited edition games from like 10 years ago still. So I mean, I don't know if these things are gonna kind of like expire on their offerings. Like the Sunset Overdrive bundle, like that's something you can't really get much more these days. You can't really find those, but who knows what limited means with these ones. So, all right, is that it for Xbox One S stuff?
I think I might actually go for it.
Really?
I might, just because I'm
Really?
hoping gonna take the leap of faith, hopefully, and maybe the Xbox One S this time next year will be $200 trade in.
I'm with you on that. No. I'm
Oh.
with you on that. I'm with you on that. And they're going to incentivize trading it in for Scorpio.
Because I can see like the console's $200. She-Wolf even said like your 500 gig won't be $200 trade, and she said I think yesterday it would be 150, and then the Connect's 80. I mean, it pays for itself because I have $200. So, and I just have tax, but we'll see.
Right. Well, I find that really interesting, Assassin, since you just made a very popular YouTube video about why you're not getting it right now.
Yeah,
I know.
we'll see. I mean, I still have doubts on the trade in next year. That's my biggest point on that video.
Yeah. All right. I think we kind of like beat that to death. If you have any more thoughts on it, please, let us know on Twitter. Message us all individually, or message the 4GwQ podcast Twitter if you have any more thoughts on it. All right, next thing, which I think Taylor is probably gonna have. Taylor and Clowns, I think, are gonna have the most to say about this one.
Uh-oh.
So We Happy
We have a
Few,
few.
we Happy Few is out in game preview. People have been really anticipating this. The newest game from Compulsion. Compulsion made Contrast prior to this. That was kind of little, indie, kind of like flying under the radar kind of game, and then I think it went free on PlayStation Plus before they started charging for it. Is that right, Assassin? Like it went free before it became like it came out, or like the day it came out, it went free.
I believe so.
But on Xbox One, it came out. A lot of people had already seen it on PlayStation 4, and it done pretty well on there. So, a lot of people played Contrast. A lot of people like Contrast. So now We Happy Fuse out, and it's nothing like Contrast, but it's from the same developers, so it's kind of sick and twisted in the same kind of vein. So I know Taylor and Clowns have played probably the most of it on Xbox One. So why don't you guys, whichever one wants you to start, give us your thoughts.
Do you want to go first, Clowns? Or do you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. So, when you first start off, you go through the whole thing that you do in the trailer that they showed, which is just you are censoring or approving newspapers, pretty much. And I guess what happens is you see one that you're in, and it's about you and your brother, and you start to kind of remember, and you have the option to either take your joy pill and forget, or you have the option to remember. Apparently, if you take the joy pill, the game ends within like another 5 seconds.
That's right, baby. The Kotaku article, how to beat We Happy Few in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Woohoo!
You could have seen it on the 4GwQ's Twitch stream on the day of release.
Did you do it, Clowns?
Yes, I did.
All right, Taylor, continue.
Of course, I didn't take the joy pills because screw society.
That's right. Right.
So, I was exploring around the office place that you're in for a little bit,
Mhm.
and I was like actually reading through some of the articles, and some of them they're kind of odd things that you would have to either approve or disapprove of. Like it's things that are just kind of talking about like water supply. Like it's pretty basic things that you have to approve or disapprove.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
And then like you can go into some of the offices and there's one where you walk in and your character is just like, what happened to you? Because her office is like torn apart. She has like rotting fruit in her office.
Yep.
And then you keep kind of walking down the hall and you see another guy in his office with security. And he's like saying, no, I'm on my joy, I'm on my joy. And he gets like stabbed in the neck with a syringe or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the officer kind of like turns to you. So at that point, I just ran. I got scared.
That's
I
right.
ran.
Book it. So what day did you get to in your playthrough? Like, how far did you get into it, Taylor?
I think I got into like day 7.
7?
something
Okay.
like that. Because the thing that I don't like about the game so far, which is something that they kind of really need to, hopefully they fix it in the next update, is how often your person gets tired or they get hungry or they get thirsty.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I will drink something, I'll eat something, and within 2 minutes, I need to again. or I'm
Yep.
exhausted.
Yep. So I started this up because I have the PC version, and I started this up while Clowns was in party chat, and he's like, "Get ready, you're gonna have to be drinking and eating and sleeping all the freaking time." And he was,
Mhm.
you guys are right. It's way too often. Clowns to that like immediately to me today, and I was like, "No, dude, you're kidding." And it's true. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Way too often.
Yeah.
It's really bad. But for the most, and then the other thing I don't like is the menu, because usually what it is to switch between like main menu factors like a map or your inventory or something, it's the bumpers. But in
Mhm.
this one, it's the triggers. And so I will always hit the bumper and it'll switch something on the main page I'm on. And then I'll go to hit the trigger to look through something else and it will bump me to the next page. And it screws me up so
Mhm.
much. I
Mhm.
almost died, I think, twice because of it.
Yes, and the thing is, when you go into the menu, you're still like active in the background. It's not like the game pauses or anything. You jump into the menu and you're browsing your inventory, you're looking at your quests and whatnot, and somebody can sneak up on you and beat the shit out of you out of nowhere. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so clowns, your thoughts on this?
Wow, the game is absolutely amazing. It's stunning. Right off the bat, definitely at least an 8 out of 10. Yes, it's still an alpha. I would probably give it a 9.5 once the story comes out because I think Compulsion does a great job with their stuff. It's going to be fantastic, but you know the way it starts off, it's you got to get a feel for it. Like it takes a little bit to get used to. I'm not gonna lie. You can't just jump into it and be like, "Wow, I'm gonna have a great time." It's not like that kind of game. You got to get used to it. Got to get into it.
Hmm.
Got to explore a little bit. Some of the downfalls to the game is like what Taylor said. The eating, the sleeping, way too often for a survival type game. And the menu. One of the things I hated about the menu was the fact that everything's just bunched together. So like you're looking for like human bomb and your alcohol's here, your Jimmy bar's there. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it should just be categorized like the first two
Absolutely.
rows, the second two rows, something like that. Other than that though, that's the only take back from this game that I want them to hopefully change in the future. I'm going to suggest it. I don't know if they will, but other than that, like everything else, dude, you just walk around the town, it looks amazing, the skyline's amazing, the trees, you could pick off bushes,
Hmm.
and you get some weird quests, and there's a couple Easter eggs in there, man. Like there's one for V for Vendetta, which was really cool. Remember the 5th, and then the I'm late for a very important date from Alice in
Mm-hmm.
Wonderland.
Hmm.
Really
Hmm.
cool stuff, man. Compulsion knows what they're doing. It's postmodern, apocalyptic, but yet retro futuristic, all at the same time, thrown together.
Hmm. Um, you guys did a really good job summing it up, so I'm not gonna repeat any of it. But I mean, the way these guys talk about it, is exactly it. And the feel of the game is very much like something you're familiar with, which I like. The questing and stuff is very familiar. Inventory browsing is pretty much familiar. I'm with you on that, clowns, about the categorizing of the inventory because I'm hungry and I have food that I can eat, but I don't know which thing in my inventory is gonna help me like eat. Like, this potato off in the bottom right corner. Like, I need to be able to
The
see
moldy
that.
potato.
I need to get that moldy potato and that rotten carrot, in my body. Like, let me find this shit. Like, don't hide it on me. You're essentially hiding it by not letting me categorize this stuff. So I understand the inventory is kind of like Diablo from the olden days, where you know you have space for inventory, and it's not physical space. It's not like, okay, 40 slots, here you go. It's like, okay, one item may take up 3 squares and another one may take up 1 square, so you have to manage inventory by how much physical space it takes up on your screen. And I like that, but I still would wish there was like some sort of visual characterization, like maybe water stuff is blue and food
Right.
stuff is orange, or what I mean, something like that. So
Right. Just something that you can navigate it easier because they have stuff that's like they have it categorized so that it's like stuff that is meant for crafting and stuff that you can like use.
hmm
They
hmm
have it categorized like that, but they don't have it categorized in any other way.
yeah.
And I mean, it's still pre-alpha, pretty much.
Mhm.
That's what I'm calling it. I'm still calling it like it's pre-alpha.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for what it is and the basically pre-alpha to alpha stage, the game's great.
Mhm.
The graphics are amazing for this stage.
Mhm.
I'm very impressed by that.
Mhm.
Because you don't expect that from something this early.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
yeah.
playing Ark.
Oh, please,
Right now.
yeah. Don't even get me started on that. That's exactly what I was about to say. You had friggin' Ark, and Ark looks like fucking poo-poo. Like, I'm sorry. That game is poo.
And it crashes all the time.
Crashes left and right. Looks like
Like-
dung. Like, it's just not, I mean, man.
We Happy Few is so much nicer. And I like at the beginning, they tell you, by this point, we hope to have, by like, I think it's like 1.0, they
Mhm.
hope to have the storyline for the 3 main characters.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Like, I didn't know we were getting 3 main characters.
mm-hmm.
I thought we were only getting the 1 character.
Yeah.
So to find out we're getting 3 characters, we're going to see the world from 3 different views, pretty much.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's interesting to me.
Nice
I'm
roadmap.
excited for that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a very nice roadmap, and you know, it's nice to know that there is content coming to this game that's more than just this thing. I think they did a great job in letting people know that, like, you know, it's not just going into a world and walking around. Like, there is going to be way more story to this, and people are saying, "Oh, there's no story. There's no story."
No, this is just give you the feel of the world.
Yeah, this is
That's what it
mechanics. Exactly, mechanics. Because the story, you know, story's fleshed out. You don't beta test a story. It's not like, you know, they're not putting the script in front of you to change the script. They already have the script. They're putting how to play the script in front of you, and you have to, you know, through the help of the community, they're making it what people want, and I think that's great. Like, I'd hate if this game came out and these mechanics came with it. If it came out in full version, and you know, we were here bitching about this stuff in a full version of the game, because, you know, honestly, with the inventory kind of thing, I would kind of be over this game a little faster than I should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd get really frustrated with it. So.
With the amount of times that you have to stop to sleep or eat or
Oh
drink.
my god, man! And then
I'll take it for now. I'll take it for now.
Exactly.
Next
That's
update, please fix that.
right. And you can send feedback in this thing. Like, they have a feedback section, which is nice.
Yeah.
But if I wake up again and I'm getting hit by like 3 people next to my bed, I'm gonna flip a lid. Like, I wake up and all of a sudden there's 3 people like already punching me, and I'm like, all right, like, what the hell did I do? You know?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the
I've heard that
things I want to jump in on that real quick because I went to this little section of my world, this little town that was like fenced in, and there was like a TV sitting there with no power cell. I put the power cell in, and it's that I think it's this Jack guy, I think that's his name, but he's talking. All the townspeople like come out and they're all like super happy, right? So I'm like, okay, well I helped this town. Everybody's like really happy. I'm gonna go take a nap, and I slept in a bed. And as soon as I wake up, the whole town's clubbing me to death.
Mhm.
And I just like help them, and they're killing me.
Yep.
So
Because you're off your joy.
Yep, you're off your
Found
joy.
out.
Take that pill, baby. Take that pill and end that game in 2 minutes.
Yeah. The one
So-
thing that I hate so far is you need to find like 2 power cells or something
Yeah.
for the quest. I have found 4 empty power cells. I cannot find any that have any juice in them.
Hmm.
It's frustrating.
I haven't gone that far. Clowns, have you gotten that far?
yeah.
Did you find the 2
I had 4 active power cells at one point.
active ones? Well,
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I used it in one of the bridge things. I used one in the TV. I gave one to a random person, and I forgot what I did with the other one. But yeah, I had a lot of them.
wow.
Why can't
Alright.
I only empty ones?
All right, Taylor. I mean, I guess the moral of the story is get better, bro.
As long as you're not getting clubbed to death.
Yeah, as long as you don't wake up and die in like 2 seconds, rather, because you're getting clubbed by 3 people at the same time.
Yeah, I was attacked by 4 people because they broke into the house. I needed food.
There you go. Yeah,
But I
exactly.
killed them all, so
There you go.
I won that battle.
Oh my god, that stick that you start off with, you can just like jab people in the face. I love it.
Oh, I got like a cricket bat or something.
Oh, did you?
I
Nice.
found one. Yeah. Got, like immediately.
Nice.
I feel like Assassin would be a little bit happier if he played this game. Maybe he needs joy.
No.
So, Assassin, you want to say some words real quick before we move on? Because I know you didn't play it.
No, I haven't played it. just because I want to see the story. I know it's an alpha, but
Hmm.
I know people say, "Oh, I get bored of games very easily," and if I just go around stabbing people, I'm gonna get bored. And once the story comes, I'm gonna be bored of the game.
Right.
I would still buy it now because price will probably go up like it
I
already.
have it.
Okay.
Yeah, he has it
Seven.
already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 'cause Clown says it.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. Xbox Gen Next in the YouTube chat says, just call my GameStop in my town. There's no special trade-in deal. I guarantee you there is. I guarantee you there is. They're probably just not letting you know right now, but there is. So, all right. Anything else about We Happy Few before we move on?
No.
All right. So next topic is actually going to be the assassin opening of Clowns' gift that he sent to him. Are you going to do that, assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
some dead
some
animal.
small. No, I sent him some small stuff. I mean,
All right,
nothing like completely out of the ordinary.
While we're, can I do this while we're broadcasting? I'm going to edit the scene so we make Assassin's box a little bit bigger. Oh, there we go. But it's behind my thing, though. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this really quick. There we go. All right, Assassin.
It'll take me years to open this thing.
All right, why don't you show off what, oh, rip it open like the Hulk. All right. Let me see.
It's very
This
sticky.
box a little smaller.
Oh my! Are you?
The
No.
glue stuff is sticky.
Oh jeez, dude.
You have to make everything sound dirty.
All right, while we're young, Assassin. Jesus.
Oh yeah, let's see. We got some lightsabers.
Let me see. Back that up so we can all see. Jesus. All right, go ahead. Yeah, lightsabers.
You got to open that to see which part of the Force you are too.
Okay, we'll wait after I open it. Really, clowns? We got some bacon floss.
Yes, that was it, dude.
Bacon floss. Jesus. Okay.
We got a bear envelope. We'll put that there. And then we got some comics. We got Star Wars Darth Vader. Wait, okay. There's a weird there. Sorry. We got that one. Okay. And the next one we got this one right here. My fingers are probably in the way. Can you see it? Looks like a glare on my screen.
Yeah, only true believers can see it, by the way.
Oh, okay. And then we have this one.
Nice.
So thank you, clowns.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, I was thinking, when he goes to PAX, that bacon floss can help him a little bit,
I love the bacon floss was excellent. Absolutely excellent. All right, let me put Assassin's window back down a regular size here. I think it is now. All right, good. We're back to regular size. All right. I want to power through these last two things just to wrap this up because we're already at like an hour or so. Just real quick. So, Marvel Ultimate Alliance was re-released on Xbox One, PS4. It's now available for all three of these: Xbox One, PS4, and PC. For $40 for each, or $60 for the bundle for a game that's over a decade old. Do we have a problem with this? Did anyone want this?
Yeah, Cody did, aka Maverick.
No way. Did he say he wanted this? Did he get this?
He wants it, but when he saw
Seriously?
the price tag, he was like, no.
Yeah, dude. All they did was remaster it. It didn't even remaster it. It's not like a Gears remaster. They just like upped the graphics a little bit and made it perform better. And la-di-da. You know? So.
Give it a few months when it doesn't sell, price will go down.
Oh yeah, no, please. $60, ridiculous. You're absolutely right, Taylor. It's gonna be like $20 in no time.
Yeah.
But the real story about this is not even the pricing thing. I guess it's absolutely awful to go along with the terrible price. Kotaku says the Marvel Ultimate Alliance PC ports are a disaster. PC Gamer says the Marvel Ultimate Alliance PC ports are overpriced and undercooked. The subtitle is bugs and dated mechanics don't justify the hefty price tags. Rock Paper Shotgun says, "Oof, Marvel Ultimate Alliance re-releases are messes." So apparently, not only are they overpriced, but they perform very terribly. There's sound glitches everywhere. Apparently, one reviewer, I guess, I can't remember if it was PC Gamer or Rock Paper Shotgun. I was reading the article, or maybe it was Kotaku. I can't even remember which one of these three, but one of these three said that the sound glitch is so bad they had to turn the sound off when they played it.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was that bad. And apparently, like if you plug your controller in after a certain period, after a certain point, like if you launch the game and you don't have your controller plugged in, you can't press A to start the game.
What?
I can't even make this stuff up. I can't even make it up.
So it's more broken than a Sonic game, is what you're telling me.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, somebody said it wasn't one of these three, but another one that I checked out said that it was possibly the worst PC port ever. Ever. And that's pretty bad. So not only did they re-release these games and charge way too much money, but they re-released them and they're shoddy as hell. And the worst PC port ever. Like, come on. I mean, we're not necessarily PC gamers here, but come on. Assassin, you say they suck in the chat. You think these games suck?
They weren't that good. I played. It was a game where I went to my friend's house and played it on the PS3, and it was boring.
Yeah, apparently the mechanics are very, very dated. I've only played the first one because I think me and my brother had like a little combo disc that came with 60 at one point. Whether you could buy, it was like two games. It wasn't Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. It was like Ultimate Alliance 1 and some other game. I can't remember what the combo was. It was like Viva Pinata or something maybe. And I played the first one. It was not good. Like I didn't enjoy it very much. But I don't remember it too much, so I can't really comment. Anyone else on this topic? I mean, this is kind of like a quick throwing kind of thing, but I thought it bear mentioning because
It's the worst thing that's ever come out. Especially at 60. It's just, I don't know what they're thinking. It's a horrible cash grab.
oh my god, if anyone bought these individually, like if someone was like, "Oh, I didn't really like Marvel Alliance 1, let me just buy number 2," and they paid $40, wow, just wow. I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. Because I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 never actually came out on PC. I think the first one actually did, but didn't perform very well, and the second one never came to PC. So I think people may have actually paid $40 for one of these, which is pretty bad. Taylor, have you ever played these, or you have anything to say about this?
Nope.
Yeah, not a lot of people have, especially the younger people. A lot of younger people have not played these.
Yeah.
Sass, I'm kind of actually shocked that you've played it, to be honest with you.
Yep. Me too.
All right, well, I had a thing here for Games with Gold, but I think we're going to talk about this next week because I don't think we have enough time. Because I do want to get to the Batman thing that Assassin so wants to talk about. So if you people haven't heard about Batman, you can now, I guess, influence. What did you say?
Come out from under your rock.
If you haven't heard about this, is that what you?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't heard about the complete details of this. I only found out the complete
me
details.
either.
So what are you talking about, man?
You said if you haven't heard of Batman.
Oh, I meant. Oh, okay. All right. Granted, that's fair. Okay, if you haven't heard about the Batman Telltale series game news that has just recently come out, how is that? Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, well, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. If you haven't heard about that, apparently there's this new crowd play feature where you're able to watch people like you can on Twitch through the browser, and you can vote on whether or not they should do things. Like in this scene, I imagine there'll be a choice for a Batman to kiss Catwoman, but maybe not. So maybe there'll be like a vote on whether or not you should kiss her or whether or not you should just like let her go. Something. I don't know. I'm totally theorizing here, but like something like that, you know. If you played a Telltale game, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the decisions that you have to make that influence the game. And you know the characters that you interact with will remember your decisions and all this good stuff. So what do you guys think? Like, how are they actually going to do this?
Well, for streamers, it's going to be extremely helpful.
They recommend you don't do it with streaming
Really.
because of high latency or something. It was in their article.
Oh, yes. You know what? I didn't even think about that because the streams are usually delayed by like 20 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're on Twitch and you have the thing checked off for, quick streaming, low latency, I think it brings it down to like 10 seconds. But if you don't, it's like 20-second delay. So I can just imagine like you're streaming, you play the game, you're like, all right, waiting for a decision for 20 seconds. That would kind of suck. Especially there's some decisions you have to make kind of quickly. Am I right? Or
Yep.
so. Um, but yeah, it kind of is like streaming though, because there is like a browser experience that you get out of this, right, Assassin? Or am I wrong with this? I think
That
that
I'm not too sure.
well, I think that's how the voting works. Like you can have an audience up to 2,000 people. It says. It
Yeah.
says the audience is up to 2,000 people. So if it's up to 2,000 people, how do they do that? Like it has to open in a browser window. I'm pretty sure I read that. And those people watch and make the decisions via the browser. Like they click a button in the browser window to do it. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I think that's how they're wanting it to work. But it's kind of like what's that game? Like Drawful or the Jackbox games where you have to open the
Oh,
browser
that's
window to play.
Yeah, that's awesome. We gotta play that again.
Yeah, we do have to play that again. I own Drawful too, by the way. My brother bought it, so I'll definitely host the stream and we can play that again. But yeah. So Assassin, you're not a huge fan of this Batman thing?
No,
Really?
not at all.
Why not?
Because I like to make my own decisions. I don't want people to make my decisions for me in games.
Well, you can make the ultimate decision. There's two versions of this crowd play. You can either leave it up to the people and whatever they choose is automatically selected, or you can do it so you see the results and then you make the end decision. You can either follow the people or you cannot. Kind of like 1 versus 100 kind of thing.
Oh, no, that's a lot better.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I skimmed
really?
through it.
Well, don't skim.
And this guy, 98 straight shows, I think he's a veteran. He got his nice, new studio kind of mic going on. Sounds
Yep.
so much better. And he skims the article and
Misses information.
unbelievable. So Taylor, what do you think? You think it's a good idea?
Well, it depends. For some people who, because there are sometimes in games where I'll sit there for like 5 minutes waiting to make a decision because I don't know what to do, and I'll just sit there and I'll stare at it and I'll
Yeah.
just be like, I don't want to mess it up.
Yep.
So
I know what you mean on that. Because like some of these games, it really really does matter. Like, especially these Telltale games, like one decision can change, the way these people react to you in the future, and may make the game a little bit harder. Granted, I don't think Telltale games are really that hard because, I mean, it is what it is. If you've played a Telltale game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you want to make sure that you're going on the track that you probably should be going on, and not
and you want the
screw
good
it all up.
ending,
Right? Yeah, exactly. You want the good ending. You don't want to,
or you want the
fuck it
bad
up.
ending.
Or you either want one or the other. Like
You want to intentionally go for one of them.
Right. So, clowns. What do you think of this? It's gonna change the way you play Telltale games, or
I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm always skeptical.
this is coming to the old Telltale games as well. By the way, this is just the first one it's gonna work with. They're gonna like go into their backlog and add this to the older ones. So
Oh, I thought it was only going to this one and newer.
no, the article I read. Let me see if I can pull it back up. The article I read said that they're gonna go back and update the other ones. Maybe that's not for console versions though. Maybe that's only for PC. I don't know. Let me try to find that article again. I'm for it though. Like I don't really play Telltale games too much, but like if I can have my my friends watching, and like if I can have a pro like Assassin watch and be like, oh dude, what should I do here? He'll be like, yo, you should totally like kill her. I'll be like, all right, trust you,
Get your head off.
Trust you.
trust you on that. So this says Batman, as well as all future Telltale games, will start giving players the option of activated crowd play. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then it says, okay, no, I lied. I read this totally incorrectly. Yeah, so it's all future ones. It's not the old ones. Okay, so all future ones. Man, I kind of wanted that for like Game of Thrones, have Assassin replay it so I can make all those decisions for him.
Oh god.
Okay, anything else about this thing? Are people getting this? When does this come out? Like next week, right? The 2nd?
Soon.
Tuesday, right?
Sure.
I think it comes
Let's
out
go with
Tuesday. Okay, Assassin. You know what? I deem episode 98 Assassin's a shit episode.
I don't know. I think I've had worse. Just be glad I talked.
There you
I
go.
think there's an episode I don't even talk the whole time.
This episode featured your first clean, sexy voice on it, so I will give you that. No comment. All right,
Sorry, I dropped some. And I still lost it.
great. All right, and with that, I think we're done. Next week we'll definitely do the games of gold section. I want to play these games kind of before I make any decision. Like Spelunky, I know what that is, but I've never played it, so I want to kind of be informed. Has anyone played Spelunky here?
Oh yeah. Yep, I want to play it.
So we'll play Spelunky, we'll play this Warriors 3 Orochi crap, whatever it is. I know exactly what that is, but I don't think I'm gonna love it. But I will try it and give it another chance because I used to be a Dynasty Warriors fan back when I was young and naive. Ooh, Assassin's bright red light. There you go.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, with that, I think we're done. Keep in mind, people, episode 100 is closely coming, is right around the corner, and we will be doing something very special. We're doing a huge giveaway that we're going to announce. So, that these guys don't even know about, that I'm completely funding. But it's going to be a very cool giveaway, so you're going to want to check out for that. On our Twitter, we'll be announcing it, twitter.com/4GwQPodcast. Also, Facebook Assassin is doing some good work on there, right, Assassin?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, great. All right,
Yeah.
Facebook.com/4guyswithquarters is our link over there. You're probably watching this on YouTube or on Twitch right now, but if you're not and you're listening to it on iTunes or Pocket Cast or something like that, we're on YouTube. We stream it live, youtube.com/4guyswithquarters and on twitch.tv/4guyswithquarters. So watch us there or watch the back episodes. If you can't make it live, then totally cool. Watch us and give us some comments on YouTube. That's where all of our stuff is archived, the video versions.
And, I just want to add into there, too. Like, if you ever want to do a guest write-up for us or want to ever be on the show as a guest, let us know.
Yeah,
Hit us
definitely.
up.
Definitely let us know. We have spots over there somehow. I don't know why I'm pointing because no one else knows what I mean. But we have spots to add people, so we definitely like having community people on. We're going to have Xbot448 on pretty soon within the next couple of weeks. Talk about some Halo stuff. So, yeah, we'll fit him in somewhere over there. Yeah, go to our website, 4guysrecorders.com. You'll find articles and find links to stuff like Clowns' We Happy Few review that he just did. So, all right. And with that, I think we're done. Peace out, Cub Scouts. We'll see you later. Can't believe I just said that.
You ruined it.
I did ruin it. Goodbye.
Later,
all.
Gator.
Bye.
Later, Gator.
Oh.
Jesus. All right, we're done. Goodbye.